Versus Mineski sa Game 1, 2, and 3, lahat talaga nag-rely sa draft phase. Mukhang kailangan pa namin pagandahin yung drafting namin kasi nung Game 3, may naisip talaga kaming draft doon kaso merong mga kumukontra. Nahirapan kaming i-execute din. Pati nung Game 1 actually, may naisip kami talagang counter pick doon sa isa nilang pick. Pero hindi na naman nasunod. Kailangan talaga namin ng discipline kasi wala ka kaming coach. Kaya sa plano namin, kailangan mag-stick kami sa plan, hindi yung mag-i-improvise kami sa draft na mismo. Nung game ko naman po, hindi ko din masyadong napansin. Parang nagpo-focus ako sa pwesto ko sa team fight. Tapos nakita ko na lang vulnerable yung isa nilang, yung carry nila. Tapos yun, nagulat na nga lang po ako biglang penta. Feels good. Sa Naga naman, siguro kailangan nila maganda kasi matagal naman na nila kami kasi kilala na nila kami. Pero hindi din namin sila mamalitin. Malakas sila kalaban. At syempre, maganda din yung drafting nila at overall experience ng mga players nila. Lalo na ang support sa jungler mid nila. Kasi Carl nag-champion na rin. Si Rebs veteran. And si Nip, marami na rin siyang napunta ang mga tournaments. With Luxuria. Kahit si Iconic pa rookie pero lumalaban din siya.
Magandang gabi ulit mga Summers. Nagbabalik ang 2018 Bacchus Pro Gaming Series para sa Game 2 ng Match 2. Kami ang magiging shoutcasters nyo para dito sa match na to. Ako si Chisto, hindi Cheetos, at kasama ko ngayon si Opa Vulcan.
That's right, we're coming from Game 1 where I gotta say Naga Esports again showing us they have great play when it comes to objective around the map itself. Macro play, they have it down to the node. But for Infused, they need to make up their decisions. That's something I think they're lacking at.
Yeah, feeling ko rin nung unang game na yun, for Infused, yung hesitation nila, it really led to their defeat because kung pipik ka na Sivir, kung pipik ka ng Alistar, gusto mo, you just run at your enemy, you headbutt Bullrise, you go for aggressive engages. Pero if you don't use the strongest parts of your lineup, it will just be a recipe for you to lose. And right there, we saw, grabe yung punishment ng Naga sa Infused. They really capitalized on Infused mistakes and translated that into objectives, which ended up with a win. But, of course, Game 2, this is the chance for Infused to possibly force a third game.
If you saw how the game was panned out, I mean, a short recap, hands down that when it comes to Drakes, Baron, turrets, everything fell into the hands of Naga. Whereas for Infused, I think I am seeing a pattern where Isaac and Hechiso, they have two different playstyles. And as what I said before in the last week, that the players on the Infused side love to play around Hechiso. And Isaac wants to make the... I think you can see it right there also, Chistos, that Isaac kind of wants to be the one to make the plays.
Yeah, and I do have to agree with you na Isaac wants to be that playmaker because he is sort of the star from Infused RJ because there's a lot of hype surrounding this Pro Gaming Series rookie. I think he's very, very mechanically skilled and deserves his hype, but he also needs to prove that he can compete with the best.
So here are the updated standings right after our first game of Match 2. Now Esports will be moving up to the 3rd rank, whereas for Infused has not changed in their rankings. Again, sitting at the 7th rank, joining in with Barcy X-Rage Esports. Let's see, can this be a game that they can, take away a victory and push it until Game 3?
Yeah, pero kahit na ganun nga yung standings, I still think heading into Week 3, they're still very close. One team could get a 2-0 and instantly be at the top spot, diba? I mean, but right now, if you're Infused, you're sitting on the last spot, we don't want to stay here. Yun yung mindset nila. Ayaw nilang last spot sila. So, I definitely think na they'll have to adjust for this next game.
So, again, looking at the standings here, it'll be a 1-0 best of 3 series match point. So, one more victory, and this will be Naga Esports game here, going into the 3rd week with a 2-0. That is a momentum that the players need right now. But for Infused, if they keep this up, how will the players think? How will the players feel going to the next week?
Medyo demoralizing siya na alam nyong kayong nasa last spot, tas may next week pa tayong wala. Pero I think if you're a team, you really need to stay positive throughout the split. Kailangan palagi tayong thinking positive. We made mistakes, but we can learn from them. I mean, that's the real mindset if you want to be a professional team. You can't get negative even though you drop a few games.
And with the new format in the PGS, note that we will be getting the top 6 teams moving on to the single elimination playoff format. So for Infused, it's not yet over for them. They still have a chance to try and bounce back in this second game. Can they do it, Chisto?
I definitely think they can. I think Infused, they have the potential. It's just they have to use that potential, use their talents, work hard, and then pick up more wins because it's still very early into this play. It's only the third week. There's still a lot of games to be played, and if you're Infused, you can still definitely climb up to make the playoffs. I mean, that's what everyone wants to look forward to because it's all that road. Like, regular season, we head into playoffs, we win the playoffs, we head into GPL, and possibly Worlds. That's the road every pro player wants to go through, and
that's the dream.
That's the dream.
Our region wants to get in a Worlds exposure.
Yes.
So we'll see. Can Infuse make their can at least come back in this second game of our match 2? We'll see once we get to the drafting phase for our second game. Again, for Infused, I am pretty skeptical with Isaac and Hajiso. They really need to communicate because I feel like there's a conflict and they're going opposite directions. Am I wrong? Can you put it?
I think in a sense, yes, where Isaac wants to play aggressive, whereas Hajiso kind of a bit more passive. I think they just have to like head straight
and
in the same direction.
And as what Quang said in the interview, communication. They need to have communication and not anymore that improv planning right in the drafting. You have to enter the game room itself, drafting phase, prepared. And what other team has better preparation than Naga Esports?
Yeah, especially like Quang mentioned during his interview, Infused, they don't have a coach, whereas Naga, they do have a coach. And having that figure that could really guide your team, especially when it comes to strategy, how we want to practice, what we want to practice, having that figure, yung coaching staff, could really help a team have an edge versus their competition.
So we'll see if that's the edge that Naga has over Infused, or can they at least shake things up and make sure and hopefully make this to a game 3 for Infused sake. But for Naga, going in from a last week's performance of 0-2, they want to take this away with a 2-0.
Yeah, and speaking of shaking things up, isang adjustment na gusto kong makita sa Infused is once we head into drafting, of course, I want them to just instantly ban out Sejuani.
Okay, let's now move on to the drafting phase for our second game. And as Cecil said, will they ban out Sejuani? That is the million-dollar question.
Please, 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 Infused. If you want to force a game 3, ban Sejuani. That is a very effective strategy.
Or take away the Sejuani since they're on the blue side. We'll see as they are being banned. Second ban. What will it be? Will it be?
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Maybe they want to first pick it, though.
Oh, let's see.
Yeah, like you mentioned, that's also an option. We have swap sides, so now Infused do have the option. Let's see what...
Maybe ban out the Zoe also?
They could go ban Zoe and then pick Sejuani.
That could work either way. This is more on planning.
Thumb Kench.
Okay, so the Sejuani and Zoe will be left open for both teams. What will Infuse prioritize?
Depending on... Oh, it's Galio. So triple mid lane bans for Naga Esports. Now, let's see. Will Infuse bite onto the Sejuani? They're hovering Sivir. It's the same letter, same letter. It is locked in though, and I really wouldn't be surprised to see Naga just lock in Sejuani for the next 2 picks. It's been their winning formula. We all know how effective Rebenga is on this jungler.
Oh, but this time it will be a Nunu
Well,
lock-in.
it's Nunu. Oh, different styles again. So Naga, questions being asked right now. Will we see the answers though?
So this will be the first pick on Nunu, then followed by Neeps Brom coming from game 1. Now Infused, they still have the control here. They'll be taking away the Jarvan. Zoe still left open for Calculated. And looking at Isaac's performance, what kind of mid lane champion does fit Isaac well? Or is it banned out already?
I think his Vladimir is still up. He's pretty good at that champion. And Leona is also up. So I think Infused going for a more engaged, focused bot lane here. I really want to see them use these tools though, because in the previous game we saw Sivir. We never saw that on the Hunting Gauge.
Because I think it's the fact that they were playing a bit passive. When they had a composition that relied on, let's go. They need to have that mentality that on the dot, they have to go straight in. And for Infused, they're, like I said before, when it comes to decision making, they do have some doubts in their mind. They do struggle.
Yeah, whereas looking at what Infused has, the mindset you have to be playing on, kapag naka-lock-in ka ng Jarvan, kapag naka-lock-in ka ni Leona, I'm gonna go into the middle of the fight, susugod ako, and I'm gonna stay in the middle of the fight. That's the mindset you need to have.
And let's hope that the Leona can...
Yeah, and kapag ganun mindset mo, hindi ka pwede magkaroon ng kahit anong hesitation. Kailangan pag pumasok ka, magko-commit ako. Tatapusin ko tong laban na to. Mamatay man or manalo man kami, ang mindset ko, just susugurin ko yung Naga and we're just gonna go in.
So that's the mentality that you need to go. Let's hope that the players of Infuse are mentally prepared this time. But I think judging by the drafting phase, what a focus onto the mid lane.
That says a lot.
Kassadin being banned for Isaac. Same with the Vladimir we were just talking about. But for Naga Esports, the Zoe and the Talia will be
There's actually
removed.
9 mid lane bans. 9!
Ouch.
That's a lot of bans in the mid lane. So both of these players, very, very pitched champion pools. Jace is still a possibility. Still can go to the top lane. Let's see what Isaac will end up with, because right now the mid lane champion pool just got tossed up in the air.
This is going to be a test of who has a bigger pull.
I'm
Who
trying
has
to think of picks still. Corki is still up.
Corki, safe one. Let's see. NA. This is calculated we're talking about.
There could be, we saw the Zillion. There's also
Calculated.
Cassiopeia.
Yeah, LeBlanc.
LeBlanc. It's still a very pinched mid lane pool. I mean, there's more than 100 champions in the game, so 9 bans really wouldn't affect it that much. But I think LeBlanc into Corki is a fine matchup. It will mean that Isaac has to respect the damage and buy that early Hex Drinker.
Yes.
Just, if you're laning Corki versus a mid lane assassin that deals magic damage, just please don't rush Trinity. Or just buy Hex Drinker, do the smart thing, and you'll just
You
win
see
the
him
matchup.
unedged.
Yeah.
Why? Why is that?
I'm very happy because look at Infused. It's a very all-in comp. They need to get ahead. They have the tools to get ahead, but they have so much hesitation. For this game, their mindset really has to be, we're gonna dive you and we're gonna keep going.
Yeah, that's the frustration that I think some of the viewers are experiencing. I did see some of the viewers saying that Infused really need to decide. We go in, we stick to it.
Yeah.
We have to see it through, and let's hope that with a composition as Jarvan, a Severe, a Leona, you cannot have any hesitation on your mind. So for Naga Esports, they will be sticking towards the Gnar and the bronze support. Great disengage tools, not to mention Gnar can transition so well into a late game setting beast.
Yeah, but now I think we're just gonna have to see how this all unfolds as we head on to the Rift for the second game of Match 2. Yeah, and now we're gonna head on to Rift for the second game. Will Infuse Esports force that game 3, or will Naga Esports close this out with a clean 2-0? Let's find out.
This is going to be Naga Esports' best week, because if they go for a 2-0 right now, they're going to go to the next week with high spirits. But for Infused,
They're gonna be very happy.
they're going to be for Infused. Yes,
Oh.
Naga Esports, they'll be very happy.
Yeah.
But for Infused, it's going to be a very crushing blow, because not to mention their performance in the past 3 weeks and now 4th week, they need to be strong. They need to at least stick to their, I would say, game plan in this game 2.
Yeah, but right now, let's go ahead and talk about the switch in styles for Naga Esports. Kasi diba, we mentioned Rebenga needs to be on a ganking jungler. Right now, Nunu, not the same gank pressure as a Joani. More of a counter jungler, and you really need to farm very well.
More on objective control.
Yeah, and that's one of the key things with Nunu. He works similarly to Kalista, where you have the Ren, you can secure those neutral objectives such as Dragon and Baron, and with Nunu you have Smite Consume. Very, very effective as well. So I'm very interested to see how Naga decides to play this pick, but
What
look at
a
his first
waste
flash.
of good summoners. It's like watching water flow without any dishwashing.
Look at this.
And look at that invasion coming in from Infuse. Iconic. Forced to flash away. Rebanga being zoned out of his red side jungle. One more shock blast for the killing blow. No, it will not go down. With a red buff being at stake here. Will Rebanga take it away? He does with the Consume and Ignite.
Consume and Smite.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, but that's just one of the things. Like you mentioned, objective control from Nunu. He was able to secure his red buff, and even though both summoners from Iconic will burn, he's pretty much fine. And now Rebenga will be able to transition to move towards his blue side jungle. You know, one of the things you could do on Nunu, kaya mo mag-dragon ng level 3. You can actually take it that early into the game. I wouldn't be surprised.
And so far in the bot lane, showing some aggression, forcing out another flash from Luxuria. Ignite is was used here, but let's see. We're seeing Rebenga rotating to the bot lane. Flash in by name. Gets the frostbite. The stun is there on the Akil. The heal will make them survive. Quang onto Luxuria. Luxuria is very low. This will be a kill. First blood will be going to a kill. And now Rebenga takes the revenge. Takes down Quang. That's going to be two more stacks here.
TP.
And the stun will connect. Here comes Hajiso. A teleport is coming in. Gertrude with a Jace. Now onto Rebenga. That's a double buff. It will go to Gertrude. Flash in, blocks Neeb's escape, knocks him back to the lane. Neeb's very low, a double kill for Gertrude.
Just like that. Yan yung sinasabi kong gusto kong makita sa Infused decisiveness. Si Queng, kahit nakita niya yung gank, hindi siya umatras. Diniretso niya si Luxuria and he gets rewarded for it right there. This is the decisiveness that Infused needs to have if they want to overcome Naga Esports. And if they keep this up, I really like their chances.
And looking at the composition, the Jarvan and Jace is there, and seeing how for Naga Esports side, Iconic did use his teleport to go back to lane and his flash, so he was in no control of that bot lane to respond.
Yeah, and just like that, a 3-1 kill lead before 4 minutes. Now, kung kayong Infused, they need to work to make this lead larger. They need to translate the gold they got into more items, and once they get more items, start more fights with their comp that can dive, and then just bring the fight to Naga.
That was a great start for Infused Esports. So now we're going back to the laning phase itself. So with the lead that Infused had from that clash, we'll be seeing a replay of that. G-Stock, can you break it down for me?
Yeah, let's just look at here. Queng did not back off, even though there's a gank, right? Like I mentioned, Infused, they can't back off. They need to constantly keep fighting. And
they have a Leona too, so
yeah,
why not?
The decisiveness right there, and the teleports coming in as well, and the great pathing from Hedges are able to punish Naga Esports for overextending, and just great cleanup, great show of mechanics here.
Oh, and look at Gertrude.
Yeah.
That BM blocks that escape. Beautiful use of a flash.
Yeah, and just like that, it will give you a lead. Now, it's all a matter of ano yung kayang gawin ng Infused with this lead.
It's more than a lead. It's more of giving them the confidence.
It's momentum as well.
Momentum as well. They need this, having a really bad loss in game 1. So for Infused Esports, starting things off, we're now at the 5-minute mark, 3-1 kill score. Gold side is still on the Infused side, and as for Gertrude, he did pick up the Tear of the Goddess. Interesting.
Yeah, interesting choice, but not really surprising item for Jace, because diba, normally we'd see, but there's a bit of engage first.
Look at that, Akil committing on to Luxuria. There is that Frostbite from the Brahms passive. The Winter's Bite will really do the work there, and that would be a disengage. So, Infused, they need to decide. They need to be more decisive. Stick to it, and they will be rewarded.
Yeah, let's go back to your previous point that you were trying to make na, diba, nag-tier yung Jace, but there's a gank first.
Thought. Here comes Rebenga for the gank, but Gertrude will be making it safe under his turret.
Okay, kita mo yung difference if Rebenga is on sa Sejuani compared to this Nunu. Nunu is not the most effective ganking jungler, especially compared to a Sejuani. And that shift in style from Naga, I don't think it fits them. They need Rebenga on a jungler that can really impact their lanes, not just have more control. But right there we see.
But at least when it comes to the playstyle of Naga, which they want to go for more.
Look at this.
Drake answers here, but Hedgeso, look at that blind spot with the combo.
They got
immediately invading the side, the bot lane side of Naga Esports. That's going to be a Stasis pop there. They will still commit to this. No. Neeb will be flashing away.
See, look at how decisive, but hold that thought.
Calculated. Making his way towards the ball lane. Can he try and assassinate a kill here? I don't think it's going to work out. It's more of Infused playing around with the advantage they have. That's going to be the spell shield for Quang. Blocks some damage. He will be staying in lane.
Yeah, but like we mentioned, diba? The decisiveness coming from Infused.
Iconic yellow bar there. He will be reaching Meganar. Blows it back to Rebenga. That's going to be a clash in a mid lane. And Iconic gets himself a kill.
Great timing there from Meganar. Sakto yung rage bar niya. Sobrang sakto. He cancels the Valkyrie from Isaac. And just like that, Naga are able to pick up a kill.
And that was the timing that a Nar should have. That mentality when you're yellow bar, you just go straight in, and that would be a kill for Iconic. Maybe that will help him against Gertrude, who is going to be rushing that Manamune.
Yeah, and you were talking about the mana immune, diba? Not a very surprising item for this. You just need a lot of mana. Pero normally with CJs, especially into a NAR matchup, they build more the 1v1 like Black Cleaver, Blade of the Ruined King combo. Like we see Khan in LCK, he build more for the 1v1 and not this more late game oriented actually, because of course you see Tear of the Goddess, you're scaling towards that late game. Normally we don't see this, but it's still an okay item on Jay.
It does offer also the same damage. Maybe he will be picking up, as you said, maybe the Black Cleaver or maybe the Blade of the Ruined King against the NAR.
Yeah, for the 1v1. It definitely helps.
We'll see. How will the itemization for Jur to turn out? It has to really favor the late game.
And I think it just helps Infused, especially given that their bot lane is winning very hard.
Oh, and not to mention the top lane is rather being zoned a lot by Gertrude. Not much of a huge CS difference for the top lane. They can still manage this deficit, but it's the fact that Chisa, you said it correct, man. If Rebenga is not playing on this Sejuani, the dynamic is so different. It's
he
so
can't gank.
Noticeable.
Yeah, because he can't gank as effectively. I mean, he can gank, but not as effectively as a Sejuani. Because if he was Sejuani in this game, Gertrude would be punished for pushing up this far.
Maybe
he'd respect the CC, but if it's just Nunu, all he has to do is
accelerate.
Yeah, and he's out. Just knock them back if they jump on you, but see?
Oh, here it comes. Teleport was used by the NAR. He sees Hechiso. Oh, 3v1. Hechiso in a bad spot. He has to escape. Red buffs at stake here and a kill. He does manage to get over that wall. Flashes away. Still gets the slow. I don't think Naga Esports will commit to this chase. They will simply back off.
Yeah, you see.
Meanwhile, the bot lane, look at that stun connecting, but there's the Unbreakable to block that damage on the hunt for that reposition. Chain of Corruption as the disengage here.
Wait, Isaac actually used his package there.
He was trying to go for a flank.
Yeah, let's see what more can they get. Karkinet is waiting for Isaac. He needs to be very careful.
Oh god, he will be punished. Isaac in a big trouble here. Rebenga, for the response, cancels the Absolute Zero, followed by the Cataclysm for that sudden burst. Now it's at stake. Your stasis has been popped. Teleport to buy time. This will be the Glacial Fissure for that slow. Teleport came through. Quang is here. That's going to be a kill. Missing that Zenith Blade. I don't think Quang will further this chase. This will be Infused. Simply backing away.
Oh, that was very scary. Sobrang nakakatakot yun for Naga. If Akil decided to flash to extend the range of his Zenith Blade, they would have caught on to Neep there, actually. So, very close margins there. Just a bit of hesitation. So, Akil, if you want to go in, just commit that flash, man. Just please hear me out. Just flash in. Just play super aggressive on Leona.
Okay, I think Isaac is in big trouble. There's a trade-up and your prayers have been answered, Chisto. We see Isaac getting the Hex Drinker first, followed by the Ruby Crystal going for the Phage. Defensive itemization coming from Isaac.
This is how you win as Corki versus LeBlanc. You don't be greedy and rush the Sheen for Trinity Force. You buy Hex Drinker and you survive his burst. It's just basic League of Legends, man. It's how you play the matchup.
And it's smart that Isaac knows this matchup, but is it smart for him to stay in his lane, knowing that he's very low in health, but we do see a kill? Roaming around the map, trying to offer extra help.
He's trying to clear the wave so that he gets a proper back. He does have teleport though, so he won't miss that much CS. So he's pretty much fine.
Things are actually steadying into Naga Esports' favor because they are catching up in that lead. But in terms of gold lead, they do have it in terms of CS lead. But when it comes to late game, who do you think is going to win in terms of raw team fight?
Have to go for Infused here.
If it's execution, if they were able to pull that off with, I'd say, decisiveness, not backing out.
No, because looking at Naga's lineup, it's more geared towards getting picks before the fight happens. Because they have LeBlanc, they have Varus. Both these champions can lock someone down. And if you're able to make the fight a 4v5 before it starts, that'll just favor Naga. But if it's a full-on 5-on-5 engage, Infused will just run over Naga, no sweat.
Okay,
if they're able to keep up this pressure they have right now.
I don't think Rebecca can do any much work here. He's been spotted right now.
He can just walk around.
Just walk around, just trying to show that his presence is known here. But knowing that the first Drake is the Cloud Drake, I think the RNG is not in favor of maybe Naga.
Or Infused. Who knows? I mean, Infused are winning at the moment, so I'd like to say that RNGs aren't in their favor because they'd be more
of a tidbit.
Yeah, because they'd be more entitled to take Dragon, right? Yeah, because look at But from Naga, of course, you have Nunu, which can solo that very easily. Naryu's there to just knock him away.
And also plus the extra bonus wave clear right there. And
I've
Hechiso, whoa, what's this? Being a more aggressive jungler in this second game. Goes onto Iconic, gets the proc. Acceleration gate is there, same with the shock blast. Hechiso is very low. Isaac, he's not responding just yet. He's at the corner there. Gertrude is very low. Let's go back kill. Flashing in. Solar Flare was just there for the slow. Iconic takes down Gertrude, but that will be a revenge kill. 1 for 1, 2 for 2. Double kill for Isaac. And now here comes Steve with a Glacial Fissure. Now landing a stun onto a kill. He cannot survive this. Pummel down in the brush.
They're gonna try and give the kill over to Karki. Neep is just corralling him here. Like, yeah, a kill will go down, and Karki will pick up his second kill of the game, which means that LeBlanc will be a bit more scary. But right there, gaya na sinabi ko, a kill mag-flash ka lang and your team's gonna pick up kills. He flashed for the Solar Flare, and we see Infuse pick up a surge. But still, great turnaround from Naga.
But still, you have to be careful. I think for Infuse, they have to be careful when it comes to Hechiso. You know,
yeah, I think he was a bit too deep.
Too ambitious in the counter jungling because, like, okay, let's see at the replay here.
Yeah, and sometimes your ambitions will get punished. I mean, Hechiso, he just wanted the red buff. He did get it. Pero Iconic was there. And even with the Cataclysm coming out here, they were able to outplay Infuse and just deal more damage.
And
but
look at that, a kill with the Solar Flare.
Yeah, and it's really smart because everyone was there. Akil did not hesitate, and that's really what led to Isaac getting that double kill onto Corki. But with Neep also here, that just spelled out the death of Akil.
Great trade-off though. It was actually a 2 for 2 for now. But for Calculated to get another kill, 3 for 2. To sum it up, it's going to be 3 for 2. Teleport coming in. Who's it going to be? It's going to be Neep.
It's Neep, yeah, because teleport and support is just normal now.
Unsealed spellbow. Oh god. What's this? 1, 2, 3, 4. Make it 5. Infuse wants to dive this. They want the first turret. Look, that package has been used. They have to come in. They cannot be indecisive. Go in or not. That's the question on Infuse's mind. Cataclysm is available. They will not commit to this. You're seeing Isaac getting a slow.
We have to
Yellow
watch out for
bar for Iconic. He's near Mega Narc form. Solar Flare misses everything. That's red bar. That's danger. That's going to be the Mega Narc used onto the Corki. That's going to be Isaac taken down by Rebenga.
Yeah, and we're going to see the rest of this fight.
Arcolade is in trouble here. Cataclysm will not connect to any members except for Iconic to that wall. Hechiso will take down Iconic. A stun will connect to Rebenga. Xenoblade again for the re-engage. Gertrude should have his cooldown up. He will go for the chase there. There is the Glacial Fissure. Baits them in. Low on health. Akil has to decide. Who do I go for? He cannot clean up this fight.
Yeah, what a turnaround from Naga right there. You think that Gertrude would be able to clean that up, but he placed his acceleration gate too far away from him, so his Shock Blast wasn't empowered. Kinulang yung damage niya, and we did mention at the start of all of that, akala natin 4v5 yun in favor of Infused. I actually think Luxuria burned this Chain of Corruption to cancel the teleport from Quang, and without the Sivir there, you don't have enough speed-ups on your team to lock down any members of Naga, so they were able to kite back properly and turn it around onto Infuse.
Great turnaround for Naga Esports for actually using that to their advantage, and not to mention the fact that we thought that Infuse would have the upper hand here, but it was actually NE just betting them in, and in the end, shut them down.
Yeah, and I think now we're gonna see a replay of this fight. And look at this. I think Naga, they know that Isaac doesn't have flash from the earlier skirmish, so they immediately focus onto the Corki, and Solar Flare misses, unfortunately, will mean that Iconic can just get the backline here. And now, they took out Isaac, they kite back, but Infuse, they want to fight. They're playing very, very aggressively here, and they were able to pick up Iconic, but at the end of this, look, all of the members of Naga were low. If Gertrude landed an empowered Shock Blast, he would have picked them up, but the acceleration game was a bit too far from him.
I think it was a bit too close to NE2, yes, but it's the same thing. And I think that Shock Blast would have changed everything.
Yeah, definitely. That would have been all three members of Naga Chunk, but still great turnaround from Naga Esports. But I also like that Infuse, they're not hesitating. I like that they're going
a step
in.
up.
Yes.
It's a step up in their game plan. Let's see if they can still commit to that same strategy, because
they will.
If they falter right now, everything they had from that early lead is just useless. They need to know that since they're gonna go for a comp that's straight on, run it down mid, go in, they need to stick to it and watch that timing with Iconic's Gnar, because when you go in with a Jarvan Cataclysm and you go in when Gnar is at red bar, that's just a free stun.
Is that like, I'm Jarvan, I'm helping?
Yes.
The enemy team though. I mean, I'm pretty sure lahat na rin nanonood, naramdaman nila yung feeling na may kakampi kang Jarvan, tapos nag-ult siya, tapos kinulong ka din lang, then you just died.
There's the Gnar too. There's the Gnar, there's the Nunu. So, Hejiso, he has to be very smart on how he uses Cataclysm. That's why when we saw him maybe in the top lane side, he was still, holding on to the ultimate because he didn't want it to be malas.
Yeah, it's kind of a feel bad because... It will stun Akil here though.
Yeah, the Crusher connects all onto Akil. There's the Glacier Fissure, and that's going to be the stun. Solar Flare for the cancel with the absolute zero. Teleport's coming in. That's going to be a Shock Blast, canceling the members of Now Esports out. But Calculator will commit to a kill. He gets the Gunblade, he gets the slow, and the kill.
Yeah, and I think it feels napilitan sila umatras dun kasi nakita nila na magne-mega Gnar na si Iconic, and unfortunately si Akil yung napiling target, but Quang, he's in a bit of trouble!
Great spell shield timing by Quang. If he mistimed that, he would have been a dead man.
Okay, so gaya nga na sinabi ko, this is what Naga Esports does. They will pick off one of your members before the fight even starts, and if it's a 4v5, Infuses in a disadvantage, and after that pick off onto a kill, I think the reward for Naga Esports, is this Rift Herald? Nope.
Mid lane clash happening here. That's going to be Hejiso backing away. Chunk low on health. Jerk through. The minion has blocked that Shock Blast. Teleport respawns by Quang. Every member of Infuse are now in the Riverside. 3 members actually, but it will be Hejiso backing away. Wave clear. That's the Sivir and a Jace. Can they get anything here in the mid lane?
They can't go for the tower though. LeBlanc will have a hard time trying to clear the wave. I think Infuse has this.
Let's see. Stun is onto Rebenga. That's going to be all in. He gets chunked by Quang. Here comes the count. He's yellow bar. That's going to be a danger zone. He throws Quang to the wall, but the stun will not connect. He's alive. He's kicking. He's going to be the one to do the free hitting for his team. There's on the hunt. Proccing the speed. Iconic takes that Jojo. Every member is low. That's going to be so fair. Stun will not connect. Only the slow. Quang dealing the free hit, but no kill will reward Quang.
Yeah, that was very, very close. If a few more of those shots crit from Quang, I think members of Naga would be dead right now. It's only Rebenga that is down. But man, that was a very, very close fight.
Call.
Yeah,
close
very
call.
close.
I mean, it's the fact that if ever Quang was a bit too close, the members of NE were rather low compared to Infused. So that at least they know. I mean, wow, Quang deals damage. We can actually, go ham.
Yeah, pero nakikita mo gano'n to kahirap for Naga if Rebenga can't engage. Because he isn't playing an engaged jungler.
But at least, yeah, I have to agree. But in terms of itemization, it's more team-oriented. Solari is something at least, but what can Rebenga do? I mean, he's not on an engaged champion.
He can blood boil Varus. That's basically what Nunu does.
So, AP, Guinsoo, Rage Plate, it does work. Yeah, it works.
It works. That's basically the premise of picking Nunu.
Okay.
Your entire job as a jungler is to smite consume every objective so that it's secure. That's like a 2,000 damage smite.
Isaac. Close call there. He's not moving. He's getting locked down there. It's actually a kill. Isaac trying to respond to his team. He's very low. A kill just get chunked. But look at the damage from Quang. Here comes Hejiso. He can go for the engage. He has the Cataclysm. Iconic does not have enough mobility. He will be locked down.
Yeah, and this is why Quang got a pentacle on Sivir. We see the amount of damage he can do on this champion. He's very, very good on Sivir.
And not just... Ooh, hello, baby.
Was that a flag?
Was that? I think it was the flag kill.
We call that a swag flag.
Swag flag.
Yeah, I just dropped the flag right down on LeBlanc, and without LeBlanc, it's only Luxuria for wave clear.
And Hejiso is very low. They go for re-engage, but my god, Isaac dealing that damage with the Triforce. Oh, baby.
I mean, that's just the mid-game corgi for you. Once you get the Trinity Force, everything you shoot at your enemies will hurt. Everything.
And he has the BF sword, so he will go towards maybe the Infinity Edge. Then that is gonna hurt like hell.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt like hell, but now Infused, I like the adjustment. I like their adaptation. They're not hesitating to go for these fights, and look at how much of a change it has given them.
And
they're playing with more confidence, right?
Yes, I have to agree with you. definitely Infuse stepping up, playing with more, like you said, confidence, and not just that, decisiveness. Finally, we're seeing decisiveness from Infuse. But for Naga Esports, the fact that Rebenga is not on an engaged champion, they have to rely on, I would say, Iconic.
Actually, they have to rely on Infuse running at them. That's really my thoughts in this one.
Okay, here it comes. Gertrude, 2v1 for Iconic and Calculated. Trying to back away, goes for the burst
Is
there.
it a 2v1
getting
though?
the shred from the Black Cleaver. He takes down! That's gonna be Calculated. Whoa! Look at Quay with a response, double teleport in the bot lane. That is how you play.
2v1?
Me,
Gertrude doesn't care, man. Wala siyang paki kung dalawa kayo. Papasukin niya
wala
kayo.
siyang paki-
Dude, look at that. He just immediately turns it around. I mean, you don't have Veganar, man. There's really nothing you can do versus the burst coming from Jace.
Oh my god. Oh my sweet, sweet Baron. That is, I gotta say, Gertrude stepping up in this game. He has the Black Cleaver, has the Guardian Angel.
That's definitely a highlight play right there. That is what you do if you want to win League of Legends.
Go ham.
Yeah, that's what you do, and man, he looked good doing it.
Yeah, I think he was more on, let's see, being the more playmaking. I think Isaac is a bit jealous there because he wants to show that, hey, I have what it takes to be a star player, but maybe Gertrude might be stealing his spotlight.
I mean, I think sa atin lahat na LoL players makaka-relate na minsan gusto talaga natin magpasikat, pakabida. I mean, it's built in. It's a video game. It's very competitive. So I think ako, ikaw, lahat na nanonood, at some point, nagpilian na rin nilang magpasikat ng ganun.
Okay, Infernal Drake. The Drake will be contested. Iconic's bar is depleting. Half there. Here comes the engage. The Cataclysm is there. Only onto Hechiso. Sad play right there. Naga, and I gotta say, Hechiso made the foolish mistake of trying to contest an objective with a Nunu. Here comes the Calculated going in on to a kill. On the hunt is there for the speed, but right now Naga Esports going in for the chase. The Solar Flare will be there for the stun onto Neem. Now, no more ultimates of 4. The Prom, no more for a kill. Now, that's going to be a trade-off here. But look at Gertrude in the top lane, pushing out the inner top lane turret.
Sige, looking at how all that started, I think it's very, very questionable. I wonder what Hechizo was thinking, trying to contest
What's
the
this? Gutsy move by Quang on a kill. Chain of Corruption will connect onto a kill, but that'll be Quang free hitting from the side. A kill committing to this fight. Kiting for his
Here comes
ABC. Quang, can he get a double kill here? Gets 1 kill. 1 more hit on the name. He gets the kill. That's going to be Stasis. What an outplay from Quang. And here comes Gertrude. Getting again, doing the pressure again. But now, Isaac redeeming himself in the mid lane with a double kill. And the pressure by Gertrude.
1v1.
The top lane. Mega Narc form is up for Iconic. He cannot commit against a Jace that fed.
Yeah, and Iconic, even though he's in Megadar, he's just going to be forced to back off, and with 3 down from Naga Esports, Infuse will take everything from them.
2 inhibitors has been taken away from Naga Esports. That's going to be Infuse going back. Maybe set up for the Baron, who knows. It's up to them to be decisive. Finally be decisive this time.
Okay, let's go back ahead to look back at how all of that fighting started. It was Hechizo trying to steal the Baron, the Dragon versus a Nunu, which is a very questionable call. But Isaac, he has no mana and he's being chased by Rebecca.
And Calculated being a LeBlanc, he cannot escape, and that's going to be a solo kill. That's very difficult because the main lane clash just happened, and immediately, oh, what's that?
He's alive!
Saved by a slither of health. Baron Pit has to be controlled. Hechiso gets stunned by the spite. Tries to save some time here, but he cannot, you know, chunk for him.
Okay, this got very, very messy real quick.
This got bad real quick for him.
This is not 50-50.
This is bad. Can Gertrude try and change everything here? Quang is here with On the Hunt. Baron Pit looks like Gertrude will be chunking down Luxuria. That Meganar will be pushing only a kill. Quang is left to free hit without any trouble. Absolute Zero is there for the slows, and Quang gets chunked, but he will not be enough for him to be taken down. Neep is trying to go back onto Iconic. That's been rejected. Resurrecting back in. Chunks down Neep for that double. And look at that Solari for the shield, but Iconic will still be getting the shot down. Iconic trying to back away with that leap. He will have the speed boost from that phage passive, and now it could be Infuse securing the game here. 3 members down for the count, and Gertrude and Quang instead will be trying to finish up this game here.
Yeah, Iconic, if you want to force a 2-0 win here. You have to get some kills, but I think Infused, they're turning this around.
Can this be the end game here for Naga Esports? They can still fight back. The death timers will be up for calculated 4 seconds left. Okay, this will be a... Calm down.
Oh man,
This will be a reset
para
for now.
tong roller coaster, Volcan. Bakit ba tayo? Like, let's see how all of this started, because it started off with, like, this was Hechizo getting picked off first, right? And with the jungler down, majority of teams would instantly make the call to go for the Baron. And they have Nunu as well, so they're confident to go for this Baron. But there's a Fed Jace, there's a Fed Gertrude, and Luxuria Halfel gets knocked up by the Baron, and that's sealed his fate. Gertrude just so much work in this fight. And regardless of the Gnar landing onto all those people, regardless of the Braum CC, there's no DPS because Varus is dead. And just like that, Ricochet's in the choke point. Quang will be able to clean up. Gertrude's so fed, he does so much work. Locket will not save him here though. Iconic was able to boomerang him, but
Still nice try by a kill though.
yeah, nice try. But just like that, an aggressive Baron call, but not a bad call, I should say. Because you do have Nunu, but you have to respect the Jace always.
And also the Severe.
Yeah.
This will be Infused trying to delay the game or trying to finish it for themselves, because at this point they have what it takes to try.
They have a 10k gold lead.
Yeah. And that with that, we always talk about the 10k goal lead. That magic number, 10k, is something.
10k. Baron's being started.
6,000 health.
There's a Nunu.
Baron.
You need to respect the Nunu.
Reset. Okay, Nunu's here. Back up, guys. He's gonna just steal our efforts.
Yeah.
Nah, Nunu's here. I don't want to do it.
No.
Consume. One consume. Wala na. Tapos na yung lolo.
Yeah. I mean,
You don't want that to happen to yourself.
I think Hechizo learned from the Dragon Pit.
he learned it the hard way. I mean, teka lang. Deja vu. Don't go in when there's a Nunu.
Yeah, you definitely. Well, don't go for the objective. You
Don't
can
go
still
for
go
the.
in.
You can go for the Nunu, yeah, but don't go for the objective. Maybe kill Rebenga first, then go for the objective. Because when there's a Nunu, it's not a 50-50 Baron. It's a 100-0.
It's 100-0 because Nunu has much. It's not fair.
It's ridiculous because at level 13, and a Nunu can consume for 1k true damage.
It's really not
God,
fair.
that's not fair.
Yeah, and now Infused, I think they know it's not fair, so they're
Daya
going over the
and
Baron.
Daya.
Linalayan nila yung
May
Baron.
Nunu sila eh.
Yeah. This is very smart. I like this call. This is very, very smart from Infused. Alam natin hindi 50-50, so why bother risking it?
100-0 or 75-25. Who cares about the odds? There's a Nunu. And your odds are thrown out
This
the
is
window.
so smart from Infused.
Package is there for that red carpet. Rebenga will be using the absolute 0. And for the side here, that's going to be Quang and Isaac. Lockdown from Hedges, so he gets burst. But still, now Esports is still in this fight here. That's going to be iconic. Red, that's going to be Quang. Use his splash shield to deny that Meganar. But look at Isaac. He's left untouched. Full health.
Yeah, and Gertrude as well. He's still alive, and with two of these carries still alive, it's just one Nexus Tower. Unless we see Calculated do a miracle here, I don't think he can defend.
Oh,
versus Jason
God.
Karki.
Gertrude and Isaac trying their best to finish up this game here.
Oh, the
Instead,
inhibitor!
that's going to be calculated, buying time. The inhibitor has respawned! Go
Oh my
for the
God.
inhibitor!
Take it.
Take it. Take everything.
Calculated. No, Calculated has to defend.
Can they
He needs to
end this
defend.
game? I don't think they can defend this one.
Oh, I think that's it, Volcan.
I think that's the game set. Infused with a decisive gameplay will be securing game 2. GG, well played.
We're headed to game 3.
Yep. Great job by Infused though.
Yeah, great
Great step up when it comes to decisiveness, and let's hope in the next game maybe they might pick up a engaged champion for Rebenga. Let's hope that Infused did get the read and maybe ban out the Sejuani, as you said.
Yeah, and I think it was all of the things falling in place for Infused that led to that win. They got more decisive. Rebenga wasn't on the ganking jungler, and I think just having those advantages in their favor led to their win. But yeah, just like that, we're headed into game 3.
So I think for the people out there who are rooting for Infused, we have good news. They will be moving on to game 3. So far, the standing is 1-1. Great job by Infused for, I would say, a really different type of playstyle. Gertrude being on this Jace changed everything. Hedgeso being a more calculative jungler, and not to mention Isaac on that Karki. Finally, we're seeing Isaac's potential as we do say it, a star player, but maybe Gertrude also has what it takes.
Yeah, I mean, his Jace play was just absolutely phenomenal. 2v1, doesn't care. I'll just go in. I'll just outplay you and look good doing it. And that's really what you have to do, man, if you want to win.
Ah,
Nobody said looking good while winning is a sin.
That's true.
It's true.
So for Infuse, do you think they will have a good, I would say, morale entering the
Definitely. They'll definitely be happy. I'm sure all their players right now, they're talking about this win. Definitely wanting to carry it over to the third game. They want to pick up 2-1 here. But
so at least get, let's say, 2 points.
Yeah.
Rather than just, 1 point.
Yeah.
Take it all or nothing.
definitely, and that is why the pro gaming is super duper competitive.
So, guys, see you after the short break for the continuation of Game 3, Infused versus Naga Esports. We'll be back after the short break. And Gertrude with the Jays now onto Rebenga. That's a double buff. It will go to Gertrude. Flash in, blocks Neeps' escape, knocks him back to the lane. Neeps very low. A double kill for third cancels the Absolute Zero, followed by the Cataclysm for the sudden burst. Now it's a Staker. Stasis has been popped. Teleport to buy time. This will be the Glacial Fissure for that slow. Teleport came through. Twang is here. That's going to be a kill. Missing that Zenith blade. I don't think Twang will further block. Acceleration is missing with the shock dash. And so it's very low. Isaac is not responding just yet. He's at the corner there. Gertrude is very low. That's a kill. Flashing in. Solar Flare was just there for the slow. Iconic takes down Gertrude, but that will be a revenge kill. 1 for 1, 2 for 2. Double kill for Isaac. And now here comes Steve with a Glacial Fissure. Now trying to start onto a kill. He cannot survive this. Pummel down in the brush.
They're gonna try and give the kill over to Carton. He is just morale here. Like, yeah, kill
Low.
low down. Carton, you have to
Yellow
watch out
card
for
for
Meganar.
Iconic. He's near Meganar for Solar Flare. Misses everything. That's red bar. That's danger. That's going to be the Meganar used onto the Corki. That's going to be Isaac taken down by Rebenga.
Yeah, and we're gonna see the rest of this fight.
Darko is in trouble here. Cataclysm will not connect to any members except for Iconic to that wall. Hedgiso will take that Iconic. A stun will connect to Rebenga. Zenithblade again for the re-engage. Gertrude should have his cooldown up. He will go for the chase there. There is the Glacial Fissure. Baits them in. Low on health. Akil has to decide. Who do I go for? He cannot clean up this fight.
Yeah, what a turnaround from Naga. I think that Gertrude puts him into a
Kill. There's the Glacial Fissure, and that's going to be the stun. Solar Flare for the cancel with the Absolute Zero. Teleport's coming in. That's going to be a shock flash, canceling the members of Naga Esports out. But Calculator will commit to a kill. He gets the gunblade. He gets the slow. And he gets chunked by Quang. Here comes the con. He's yellow bar. That's going to be a danger zone. He throws Quang to the wall, but the stun will not connect. He's alive. He's kicking. He's going to be the one to do the free hitting for his team. There's on the hawk. Proccing the speed. Iconic takes that Gertrude. And remember, it's low. That's going to be Solar Flare. Stun will not connect. Only the slow. Quang dealing the free hit, but no kill will reward Quang. He's very low. A kill just get chunked. But look at the damage from Quang. Here comes Hedgiso. He can go for the engagement. He has the Cataclysm. Iconic does not have enough mobility. He will be locked down.
Yeah, and this is why
Quang. Can he get a double kill here? Gets one kill. 1 minute of the lead. He gets the kill. That's going to be Stasis. What an outplay from Quang. And here comes Gertrude. Going again through the pressure again. But now Isaac redeeming himself in the mid lane here. Quang is here. Was on the hunt. Baron Pit. Looks like Gertrude will be chunking down Luxuria. That Meganar will be pushing only a kill. Quang is left with 3 hits without any trouble. Absolute Zero is there for the slow. The Quang gets chunked. But he will not be enough for him to be taken down. Needs is trying to go back onto Iconic. That's when Jet is resurrecting back in. Chunks down Needs for that double. And look at that Solari for the shield. But Iconic will still be getting a shot at Iconic trying to make away with that lead. He will have the street with from that stage facet. And now it could be infused. Rebenga will be using the Absolute Zero. And for the side here, that's going to be Quang and Isaac. Locked down from Hedgiso. He gets first, but still, now Esports is still in this fight here. That's going to be Iconic. Red. That's going to be Quang. Use his splash shield to deny that Meganar. But look at Isaac. He's left untouched. Full health.
Yeah, and Gertrude as well, he's still alive, and with 2 of these carries still alive, it's just 1 Nexus tower. Unless we see Calculated do a miracle here, I don't think he can defend.
Oh
God.
Gertrude and Isaac trying their best to finish up this game here.
What inhibitor?
That's going to be calculated. Find time. The inhibitor has to spawn. Go for the inhibitor.
Take it.
Take it. Take everything.
Carcade. No, Carcade has to defend.
Can they end this game? I don't think they can defend this one.
Oh, I think that's it, folks.
I think that's the game set. Infused with a decisive gameplay. We'll be securing game 2. GG, well played.
We head into game 3.